Ladies and gentlemen, after the what did we take? Like a 3, 4? Well, I say
Three
we,
weeks.
me. Welcome back to
Yeah.
episode 8 of the Foothead FIFA and Football Podcast. Joined as always with your boy the Domainist. Um, you can
Yes.
probably notice a little bit of a different overlay. At the time of record, at the time of recording this episode is currently Halloween. Here in the states. I mean, happy Halloween. Me.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you know, who cares really? It's not Christmas. No offense. Um, so
Wow.
so Dom had asked if we should spice up the overlay a little. So we went with a shit emoji carved into a pumpkin over our teams because they
Pretty
fucking
relevant.
suck. That too. And then we have Icardi as a spider and Dubravka as a spider.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be one of those episodes. Is basically what I'm trying to say. But yeah, Dom. How you been, man? How you been?
All the team's not been nice recently.
It has not.
And then they bring out a patch and
Just gets worse.
having to change everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically.
Pretty much. So, the reason there hasn't been an episode in a few weeks. So what happened was, it's we're literally gonna have to date back this far. When Call of Duty dropped, I took that weekend off. So after the first weekend league, I took weekend league 2 off because I knew I was gonna be playing Call of Duty all weekend. So I took that weekend off. The next weekend, I believe we're going into what, 4 tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So then weekend league 3, I did play. I entered because I had obviously the points from the week prior. Um, Played about 6 games, and then I wanted to punch something like small and baby shaped, so I stopped playing. Like that. That was it. I was 1-5. I stopped playing that that
Hello,
weekend.
police. Um,
No,
Continue.
nothing. Okay. So I couldn't play anymore. Then this past weekend, obviously, because I barely played the weekend prior, I didn't have enough for this weekend. So I've been grinding back up to play this coming weekend league. Only to remember, I'm going to be out of town all weekend, so I want to play just because like I want the red cards, but like like I haven't decided fully yet. But what I can say is Mr. The Domainist has played every weekend league. So
Yeah.
how's that been for you, buddy?
Um. Well, how many weekends we had? We've had.
There's
Is it
the
four
2.
weekend leagues? Has been now.
We're going into 4, aren't we?
Been 3 or 4. Anyway.
Yeah.
I've had 2 gold 2 finishes and a gold 1 finish. Not gold 1. Christ, I wish a gold 3 finish. Yeah, like I'm just struggling to get used to the game this year. To be honest, it's so different, and the bounces and everything, and just like the general way that people just sit behind the ball, AI defend, and then just hit you with dumb distance, fucking time finish bullshit. It's just like
It's definitely easier this year to time waste than it has been, I feel like you can just sit behind the ball and
it just panders a lot this year. I think to lesser skilled players.
yeah, that skill gap is not as prominent as it used to be.
Yeah,
Like it's still there. Like you can see it's still there. I'll tell you firsthand, but it's not what it used to be at least. Especially
no,
because now you don't need to play the knockout tournaments to get into weekend league. So like realistically, yeah, you might not be able to do it every single week, but like for players like me personally, I'll fully admit it. I've said it before on the show. Last year, I only played 2 weekend leagues, like that I
yeah,
actually was able to qualify for, and that's not for lack of trying. It was like like I tried, and like some weekends I didn't bother because I was busy with work and stuff, but just really couldn't get it. And this year, like it's just so much easier now with the ranking system and that you're playing players more on your rank. But what I will say, My team has obviously changed a bit since the last time we recorded this. I'll start off with mine. The one on screen right now. It is a 4-3-2-1. Um, the only reason. Oh, I took the screenshot before I put Skriniar back in the team, so I currently have Dalbert as. So, real quick, I mean, I'm not going to change it now.
How is Dalbert at centre back?
Oh, he's sick, bro. He's a god. So, right before recording this episode, I was streaming and I got a red card out of rage with Skriniar. So I took him out and threw Dalbert in just for a game to get the red card gone. And I took the screenshot forgetting to switch them, but whatever. So that's not. I don't have Dalbert as my right center back. I have Skriniar. Ederson in net. He's sick. He's as good. He's not obviously. There's always that where that one keeper that you think is unbeatable. For me, it was Ederson for a while. He's not that good, but he's pretty good. That right triangle of Nainggolan, Versalco, Skriniar is sick. Left hand side, I had Stones. I had Ben Davies. Honestly, the only reason they're actually in the club or in the team right now. I'll be honest. I was like, I had him, so I figured I'd try him out. He's okay. I personally, I prefer my center backs. I've said it before. I know Dom has said it as well. I prefer having center backs, kind of like the original teams I was building, where they're like medium high, so I know they'll stay back. Stones is a high medium, so he kind of pushes up a bit. You don't really notice it as much, but you definitely it's there. Like you can see it on when you concede like the crappier goals. You can tell the reason you conceded it was because your center backs aren't where they should be. Ben Davies, can't say anything good about him. Can't really say anything bad. He's just in the team kind of thing.
Average.
Yeah, he's okay. Fernandinho, as like Dom has said it to me as well that I should try Fabinho. I actually have both cards, like Fabinho and Fernandinho. I packed a week apart in my not squad battle, in my division rival untradeable rewards. This is back when I first started, obviously the road to glory. So I wanted as many players as possible in my club, so I was going untradeable all those weeks. I just started doing tradable, and I actually ended up packing Walker in my mega pack. So I can't complain too much, but I like as far as that midfield, it's a sick midfield. I love it. Fernandinho is great because he's again a high medium, so I'm sorry, a medium high. So I know he'll always be back defensively, whereas Fred and Nainggolan are both high. So the way I run the team, like just when it's 0-0, I have Fred as my cam, air quotes. So he'll stay up the field, and Nainggolan as my CDM, and he stays back. Again, because they're both high, they're all over the pitch, which kind of works in my favor in the sense of, I kind of have 2 free roam cams, and then at that point I have 3 CDMs.
Yeah.
But the only issue I have come up against is when I try to like kind of kick the ball out for my box. I'm trying to clear my opponent's attack. There's really no one in that space between midfield and like the middle of the 18 because they're either all up as my forwards or all back as my CDM. So that's the only issue I've really come up against with that midfield. And then the strike force, honestly, I didn't expect to like Sterling as much as I do. Like, he is actually the MVP of that front 3. Like, I've scored some bangers with Martial, obviously. I've scored some bangers with Jesus. Sterling, of course, has scored some bangers. But as far as, like, the work they put in, like, the results, Sterling has been the MVP. I believe, let me see if I can... currently on 10 goals out of 27 with Sterling. He's gone a little bit cold for me. Jesus is 17 goals in 31 played. I originally had Son left forward and player of the month Lucas right forward. Hated them both, but they were garbage. And then Martial is currently on apparently Martial is on 155 goals scored in 228 games. I can tell you that's not even remotely close to being. That's not accurate because I've had him for about 20 games. I bought him and Sterling at the same time, so that's obviously incorrect. But yeah, it's a pretty sick team. I don't mind it. I have about 280k. I was trying to upgrade it. Don't really know where or who. So, you can leave that as a comment down below when this is a video on the YouTubes. Where would you upgrade? Let's say you had 300k. Who and where would you upgrade this team? So now I'm gonna
Your right centre back.
you mean
Take Dalbert with that.
I
I
mean,
don't think he really suits the role.
yeah, no, same. So currently on the screen, I have Dom's team. I'm gonna wait for him to
Wait,
see.
what?
I'm gonna wait for him
I
to
don't
see
have a
this.
team.
Give it a second.
Oh,
Yeah, that.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
what happened, Dom? Because you had a team, obviously. Like, what happened, buddy?
I had a very good team. Uh, I had a bad run in weekend league. I used this team and it won 5 games in a row from the get go. And then the patch came out and they were fucking terrible. So I sold them in a fit of rage. Yeah, that's it.
So, I mean, speaking of the patch, like, so I didn't play yesterday. I was playing Red Dead for work, and then I kind of knocked out after work, so I really didn't play FIFA at all yesterday. And then today I played the first game. You can go back to my stream from earlier today. The first game I played, I couldn't move. My player was moving a little bit laggy as well, but he was at least able to move his players. I couldn't control anyone. I was stuck on one player. I couldn't pass. I had to quit the game. There was no way I could play that.
Yeah.
Then the next game ended up making the guy rage quit within 15, 20 minutes of the game. I patch feels good. Like, it doesn't feel laggy at all. Like, when you're home, mind you, like when you're home, because I have a wired connection, so I think I'm gonna start doing what Castro does. I'm not even kidding. I'm playing all my games home, just to make sure I don't have that extra little bit of bullshit.
Good shot.
But yeah, like for the most part, it feels good. Like, it doesn't feel laggy or stuttery or all, but like it's still the same BS of
Like it felt like that yesterday, but maybe that was just
that.
FIFA having a bad day, and I
Yeah,
haven't played it
because
today, so
yeah, that could have been also a lot of people playing day of the patch, where the servers could have been a little bit meh. But yeah,
yeah,
it's still dealing with the same BS of, you know, strikers missing goals they should miss, passes not working, passes not happening. Like, I'll tell my player to pass, and they're just like, no, I'm okay, and then I usually end up conceding on a counter because of that. Like, all the same shit we've been dealing with since the launch of the game, since the launch of the beta. Really, it's just
yeah,
it's upsetting that they haven't fixed it yet. I know we're only a month and a half, 2 months ish into the game. But yeah, I don't know. Really, it's unfortunate that they haven't fixed some of the stuff that they probably should have fixed.
yeah. You would think by now they would have fixed it, but apparently not.
Yeah. Um. So there is one thing I do want to speak about, kind of SBC related. Um. Player of the month. I know
Yeah.
you did the hazard. I haven't done it yet, but the new one should be out relatively soon. Probably at the time of recording this, it should be out within the
next Friday.
Yeah.
It'll be out.
Okay. So I'm currently looking at a website for the October Player of the Month predictions. Now, these are different than the ones I had looked up yesterday. But they are Laporte, Martial, Barkley, and Aubameyang. I don't know if you found a different one, but these are the ones that are coming up. Whatever. Okay, let's just go with this one.
Yeah. Okay.
As much as I would enjoy an Aubameyang, Dom made a good point yesterday. Really don't want to play weekend league with that little shit running around. That would not be a fun time. Although on here they have him down as a left wing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He plays as a left winger.
He does.
So
well, when he starts, I'm pretty sure he's a striker. But then when Lacazette comes in, Aubameyang's the one that shifts over.
Yeah.
Which they've been having some success with, because beginning of the year when they tried that, Lacazette was the one getting kicked off to the side, and just Aubameyang wasn't doing shit. Lacazette wasn't doing. So like at least they're getting some type of results with the roles being flip flopped. It definitely is an improvement now that Aubameyang has 4-star skills this year. So having him as a left wing is viable. I know, skillers with or wingers with skill moves isn't the end all be all. I just personally can't use a card, at least on the wings, with 3-star skills. Can't do it.
Aubameyang has 4-star skills.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said like he's actually viable for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Laporte would be a sick card. Probably won't get one. Defenders never do, unfortunately. At least not this early.
Let's be honest. It's going to be between Icardi or Barkley. I suppose I'm just looking at the overlay. It's going to be between Aubameyang or Barkley.
Big ups Icardi. He had such a good season. He had such a good month that, you know what? Give it to him in another league. Yeah, I don't see Martial getting one, to be honest. I agree between Barkley or Aubameyang. And also, Dom made a good point earlier in my first stream. If you're thinking about doing that Barkley, it'll probably be anywhere from like, I'd say 230 to 275, maybe 300k ish. Get his inform, try it out. Don't like his inform's 30k, 40k, something like that. Buy it and try it out. If you like it, do the SBC. If not, screw it, sell the card, whatever. I think it would fit.
I just sent you an image of all the nominees.
Okay. Yeah, so basically that's the image she just showed. Aubameyang, possible. Again, if it's at striker, I'm very, very scared. Barkley, possible. Wilson, probably not. Martial, probably not. Bellerin, no. Salah, probably not. Brooks, no. Like, straight up. Again, defenders really never get it, so. But yeah, like, I would be very curious. Like, that Barkley would fit perfectly into my team. He would get a strong link to Sterling, and then that's all he would really need, really. So it's definitely a card I could see myself possibly doing. I'm probably gonna do the same thing if he does end up getting it. If it's Aubameyang, good luck, because his normal card is still sitting at around It was 280 for a very long time. He's sitting in about 265 last I checked, ish.
About that.
So you figure his inform will be. It won't be Hazard price. Hazard was, I think, at the cheapest 600k, 650. I think he'll probably settle somewhere in the range of like 400 to 500k coins to do.
Who, Aubameyang?
Actually, no, he might be more than Hazard now that I'm thinking about it. If it's a striker
card, depends what position he is.
If he's a striker card, he'll be closer to a mil than not. If he's
a
left,
if he's a striker, it'd be like 900k mil. Easy.
Yeah. If he's a left winger, it won't be as much, but it'll still be up there. Honestly, I would, if it was cheaper to do, if it wasn't too cheap, him as a left wing, I would do it, and I would honestly just use him as left wing, and then either switch him in game or keep him up top by himself.
Here's a shout. If Aubameyang gets Player of the Month, and I can afford to do it, I'll put my Suarez in to complete him.
Worth it. I mean, okay. So, with red cards coming out tomorrow afternoon, at the time of recording this video. See, that's the problem, though, because you won't know until next week. You get what I'm saying? For the red cards. So,
yeah.
If a Suarez pops for you,
I'm not taking him.
So you would just not have a Suarez in your club, opposed to taking the red one and then using the other Suarez for the SBC. Let's be honest. Let's be honest with each other here. You're not going to take Mane. You have the world's biggest excess of wingers in your club possible.
I don't know. I'd be pretty tempted to take Mane. I just play him on the right on 7 Ken.
Sure. So then, I'm guessing you wouldn't take Willian then.
I'd take Willian.
I mean, realistically, we don't know what your team's going to be at the moment, but you know.
All depends on what I get tomorrow.
So one thing I do want to talk about. You didn't see it from the picture that I posted about my team, but I have a super sub striker on my bench. 6'7". What's his name? Oh my god.
The boy, the
Yeah.
champion, the legend.
I can
Bass fucking Dost.
Yeah, Bass Dost. Currently in the form that his screamer card is in, he has 90 pace, and what is it, 90 physicality or something, or 90 dribbling, I believe.
Something like that, yeah.
He has 90 pace, that's all I know. That card has saved me. He's saved me like 3 games in a row. It's ridiculous how OP that card is. Again, the shifts happen once a month, once every 3-ish weeks, something like that, depending.
Like, if it goes based on what they did for FIFA 18, it's going to be based on every full moon.
Which they probably will. So it'll be about once a month.
So, let me see. When is the next full moon?
So, basically, if you're looking for...
So the next full moon's the 23rd of November.
Okay, so 3 weeks from today.
Yeah.
And mind you, this was already... We're like a week and a bit into the cards having changed already last time.
That they changed because of Halloween, though.
Yeah. So I don't know if you're looking for a possible stupidly overpowered striker. He's currently going for like, I got him for 16,750. Got him for under 20k. So like, it's more of a joke thing than anything. I did it because me and Dom had a game, and he did very dirty things to me with that card. So as a joke, I was like, screw it, I'll pick him up. He's kind of viable. Like, he saved my ass from, like I said, 3 games in a row on top of a bunch of other times. So it's kind of a joke, kind of not really. Like, it started as a joke, but it's genuinely a card I kind of enjoy using, especially when he saves my ass game after game.
Yeah.
But yeah, possible. I'm just looking at like a little list I have here. It's hard to say possible informs, especially because the week hasn't happened yet. But I will say this: Icardi did just score a brace or a double yesterday, 2 days ago. What's today? Wednesday. Yeah, Monday afternoon.
Midweek games don't count.
I thought they didn't count for this team of the week. I thought they don't count for that current team of the week that's coming out 2 days prior.
No, unless they do something of a madness, midweek games don't count.
Never mind then. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a little difficult to say today possible informs. We'll probably end up recording the next episode on Sunday, like we usually do, back to some type of normalcy. So we'll probably be able to say then what informs.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people were expecting Ronaldo to get an inform, and I knew he wasn't, but people called me crazy. Like,
I thought he had a chance.
No, he did. Like, people need to understand. Any other player in the world, any other player, minus maybe like Messi, to get an inform, yeah, 2 goals would be perfectly fine. But not when you're Cristiano Ronaldo, not when you're Lionel Messi.
Yeah,
they're expected to do that kind of shit. So like, yeah, like first off, Castro was actually making me mad this week because he was like, "Who you guys taking in your red packs? Ronaldo, Pogba." I'm like, Pogba's not getting one. Like, he botched the penalty kick. Got lucky that he got the deflection to be able to toe poke it in, and then he got an assist. Why would he get an inform for that? That's just me personally. Not taking shots at Castro. Fucking love the man. I'm just saying. I knew Pogba. I would have been shocked if Pogba got an inform for that. Ronaldo. Yeah. The only reason I could have seen Ronaldo getting an inform was because he tied the game and then he scored the game winner. Only reason why. Otherwise, do not think he deserves it. I mean, obviously he deserves it. I didn't see them giving it to him, which I was right. Um, Obviously Suarez, blatantly obvious. Um, yeah, it all depends based on like let me look at the matchups for this week. Um, let's see what matchups we got going for the week. We have okay. So Saturday you got Manu Bournemouth. Depending on what the starting 11 is for that, you could probably see an inform coming out of that in the form of Lukaku. He got benched last week. He's obviously going to want to come out and prove himself, ish. So I could see him coming out and bagging a double. Leicester Cardiff. It'll be interesting with the tragedy that did just happen with Leicester. I could genuinely see. I'll be straight up. I could see a Vardy hat trick coming out of that. Just pure, like a pure passion fueled hat trick.
Yeah.
Also, like side note with SBCs, I'm very surprised they didn't. They're either gonna give some type of like special Leicester kit, kind of like how they did with what was the name of that club?
Quincy.
Yeah, exactly. Something along those lines, or maybe like a SBC or something. You can get something. I kind of see something like that happen.
I think like if they'd done something like an SBC, I think that could have been seen in poor taste, like because then you're going to get traders making profit of a tragedy.
Yeah, they could also do what they did with the other club and just give a kit or give some type of commemorative, memorial item kind of thing.
Yeah.
Everton Brighton. I really don't see much coming out of that. I'm gonna make a very bold prediction here, and I'm only partially doing this because Dom is a Newcastle fan. I'm gonna say Inform Dubravka coming out of that game. Newcastle Watford. I'm going to say we're gonna see an Inform Dubravka come out of that game.
I mean, I'd take it because that means we didn't lose. Yeah. So that would be a good start.
I'm gonna say he's gonna get an Inform for the performance of that game. Fast forward to Saturday or Sunday when I wake up and check the score and see he conceded 7 or something. But
well, we lost like 4-0 at Watford last season, so
yeah. West Ham Burnley. I don't know why I keep expecting things from West Ham. I really don't. I have Felipe Anderson on my fantasy team. Don't know why.
You've got Hosler in your fantasy team.
Nope, I got rid of him. Actually, I'm trying to get rid of him. He's on waivers right now. I'm waiting for the updates. Don't happen until Friday morning or Saturday morning, so we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, West Ham Burnley, same thing as the Brighton Everton. Can't really see much. Arsenal Liverpool is going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
The one thing that could stop, well, several things could stop Dubravka from getting an inform, mainly Dubravka.
Wow.
You could possibly see an inform Alisson come out of that game, depending how Arsenal perform. Like, you could, the way Arsenal have been playing recently, if they get enough chances and Alisson stays strong, I could see inform, or maybe even doesn't even have to be Alisson. It could be maybe a Van Dijk or one of their defenders or something. I could see an inform coming out of that game.
Yeah. Wouldn't be a bad shout to invest in and want to watch Alisson if you've got the coins.
Yeah, if you have the coins and you can get him for relatively cheap. Like that's what I tried to do with Man U, with Fred rather. When I first got him in my team originally, I bought his once to watch. That was before I had packed. I actually packed not once to watch. I packed Inform Lewandowski in my reserve packs, which is why I have almost 300k to work with. So I might just invest in Fred again, just in case on the off chance he gets something, because his card's like 30k. It's kind of cheap.
I wouldn't. I think he's gonna be one of them guys just
doesn't get.
Yeah, where it's like,
because I know he doesn't play an attacking role for Man U, but
he doesn't. He's just like a box to box. Like,
I mean, you don't have to, that.
And he hasn't been pulling up any trees.
Yeah.
Man U this season.
But yeah, I agree with what Dom said. It could be a possible investment if you think, Alisson, which I personally do think Alisson might have a good game. I might pick up a once to watch Alisson just for shits and giggles, really. Well, Spurs, Wolves, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Man U, Southampton, same thing. Really don't see much coming of that. Hazard, pretty sure he's still injured. I don't even think he'll be starting that game. Well,
Not sure.
I say injured. You know how managers don't like using that word, so he's he's
fucked.
pretty much.
Hazard is injured until Sunday.
Okay, so who knows? Man City, nothing really. And hope. I would love for KDB to do something because again, he's been on my team, hasn't done fucking shit. And then Huddersfield, Fulham. I don't really see much happening there. Isn't Champions League this next week? Or is that the weekend? Is it the week after?
No, because we didn't have Champions League this week, so it'll be next week, right?
Yeah, it's the okay. So, I mean that won't be. Oh, fucking go with Barca again. Jesus, Christmas. It's fine. As long as we can do something the weekend to give ourselves some. I mean, we won. We just did win 3-0, and we have Genoa on Saturday. So obviously we're gonna lose that.
Winning?
We're gonna lose that game. What's winning? I don't know. We're obviously fans of shit teams, as you can see below us. I mean, yeah, it definitely it's a shorter episode than this. Will probably be the shortest episode we've ever recorded. But it was just something to get up because I really didn't have much to talk about. I just wanted to actually get something up. Let Dom talk about the fun he's had playing this wonderful game. So as we always do, we usually plug some stuff at the end of the video. Dom, you've picked up streaming.
I've got a little quiz for you again.
God damn it. Picked up streaming again, right?
Oh, I did. Twitch.tv/the domainist.
It'll be. I'll actually now he'll have more than just his YouTube and his Twitch. I mean his Twitter below. He'll have 3 links. He's moving up in the world.
I'm back to streaming now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now and then. So yeah, if you want to actually see, if you're watching this as a YouTube video, because obviously if you're watching this as a Twitch, you're on my Twitch. Or... My head hurts. Yeah, I mean all the links to Dom will be down below in the description. If you're watching this as a YouTube video, go over, say hi. If he's streaming, just drop in, let him know Dubravka's shocking as a keeper.
What was that? I think I just heard someone chatting bullshit. I can't know. I don't know.
One me? Oh. Alright, go ahead. Do your fucking quiz to make me look like a shit fan.
Right. So this one's a Halloween-related player.
Oh, for fuck's sake! So one of the Scream players?
No, he hasn't got a Scream card.
Damn it!
But his name could be changed to be Halloween-related. It's a massive fucking shot in the dark, but anyway.
Whoa!
You should know this player anyway, okay?
Logic.
You should know him.
Oh god. Okay, go ahead.
His first club was Malmo.
Okay.
He then went to Ajax.
Ibrahimovic?
There you go.
Yeah, okay. I forgot he played for Malmo before Ajax. Have you ever seen that? Speaking of Ibra, little weird plug for some reason. Have you ever seen that? I haven't seen it fully, or maybe I forget. There's like that documentary on Ibra, like his life before, like they talk about like all his clubs and stuff beforehand. Like, it's a very interesting watch if you haven't watched it already.
I haven't seen it.
It's pretty interesting. Speaking of which, I do need to watch that Juve documentary.
Well, you are a massive Juve fan.
Yeah, Dom was telling my chat that apparently right here, like right off camera in this general area, I have a signed Cristiano Ronaldo jersey. Juve Cristiano Ronaldo jersey. Apparently, when I'm feeling a little bit down at night, I like to cuddle it to sleep. Makes me feel better.
Forza Juve.
I hate him. All right, well, that's gonna be us done. Like I said, quicker stream, but really wasn't much to talk about. We will definitely, probably try to record another one Sunday. Get back on track of the once a week, and hopefully, maybe, who knows, I'll have some weekend league to talk about from my perspective. God help me. So, Dom, once again, appreciate you swinging by. Appreciate the new overlay, which I don't know if I'll be making. We probably won't. We'll probably go back to normal for the next few weeks, but then come December,
Christmas one,
we got some things. we got some interesting things to. That it'll be a funny month of podcast. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, if you haven't already, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't. Let us know in the comments. Just how do you like post patch number 2? What are you feeling about the patch? Stuff like that. Just general rage about the game in general. And as always, my name is Fear Clips. That is the Dominist, and see y'all next week. Peace.
Bye.